Imagine this. You're driving home after a long day. You've served your country, risked your life overseas, and carry scars, both seen and unseen, that remind you of battles you survived. But back home, on the very streets you swore to protect, you're stopped. Not for breaking the law, but because of the color of your skin. This is the story of one ordinary evening that turned into an extraordinary lesson. A moment when arrogance met truth, and when a man's worth was finally revealed. It was a quiet Thursday night in Milltown, a small city where everyone claimed to know everyone, but where lines of race and class still ran deep. Marcus Johnson, a 38-year-old African-American man, had just finished a late shift at the community center. By day, he worked helping troubled youth. By night, he tried to find peace in simple routines, driving home, listening to soft jazz, and clearing his head. He wore plain clothes that night, jeans, a simple jacket, nothing that screamed status or achievement. His car, a modest black sedan, rolled down the empty road under the streetlights. But in his glove compartment sat something that told a much bigger story, a neatly folded American flag, given to him after his last tour in Afghanistan. Marcus was no ordinary man. He was a decorated soldier, a staff sergeant who had earned medals for bravery, including saving the lives of fellow soldiers under fire. But on this night, none of that mattered, because in the eyes of one officer, Marcus was just a black man in the wrong place at the wrong time. Blue and red lights suddenly flashed behind him. Marcus sighed, pulled over, and rested his hands on the steering wheel, just as he had been taught to do. The officer approached. He was young, white, and brimming with authority he hadn't yet learned to balance with humility. His badge read, Officer Daniels. Without a greeting, without explanation, the first words out of the officer's mouth cut like a blade. License and registration. And tell me what you're doing in this neighborhood. Marcus kept his voice calm. I'm heading home, officer. Just finished work. Daniels narrowed his eyes. Work? At this hour? You don't look like you belong around here. Maybe you should go back where you came from. The words hung in the air like poison. Marcus swallowed hard. He'd heard insults before. He'd faced worse in foreign lands. But something about being disrespected in the very country he fought for hit differently. Still, he said nothing. Officer Daniels kept pressing. Step out of the car. Marcus complied. His movements were slow, deliberate, respectful. He didn't argue. He didn't raise his voice. But inside, his heart pounded, not from fear, but from the weight of injustice. Daniels circled him like a predator. You people always think you can come here, stir up trouble, and then play the victim. Well, not tonight. Marcus's jaw tightened. He thought of the desert nights in Afghanistan when bullets flew past his head. He thought of the soldiers who never made it back home. And he thought of how, despite all that, he now stood on American soil being treated like an intruder. Then, as Daniels demanded to search the car, Marcus quietly spoke. Officer, before you do that, may I reach into the glove box? I want to show you something. Daniels frowned. His hand hovered over his weapon. What is it? Marcus didn't flinch. Proof of where I belong. Slowly, carefully, Marcus opened the glove box. He pulled out the folded American flag. The edges were worn, the fabric faded, but the meaning was alive. Daniels looked confused. What's that supposed to be? Marcus unfolded it halfway, revealing a metal pin inside the fabric. The silver gleamed under the streetlight. This, Marcus said quietly, was given to me after my last tour. I'm Staff Sergeant Marcus Johnson. I served this country for nearly 2 decades. Iraq, Afghanistan. I bled for this land. And I came back, only to be told to go back. Silence. For the first time, Officer Daniels didn't have a comeback. His arrogance faltered. His eyes shifted from suspicion to shame. The weight of his words now hit him. He realized the man he was belittling wasn't just some stranger passing through. He was a hero who had risked his life for freedoms that Daniels himself enjoyed every day. Marcus stood tall, not with anger, but with quiet dignity. I don't need your respect, officer, but I won't be told that I don't belong, because I've proven where I belong, time and time again. Daniels stammered. His voice cracked as he tried to regain control of the situation. As Sergeant Johnson, I didn't know. I didn't mean. But Marcus cut him off, his voice steady. You shouldn't have to know who someone is to treat them with basic respect. The air was heavy with truth. Daniels lowered his gaze, humbled by the very man he had insulted. Marcus folded the flag again, tucked it gently back into the glove box, and got into his car. Before driving off, he looked the officer in the eye one last time. Every man you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Remember that before you judge them. With that, Marcus drove away, his headlights cutting through the night. Officer Daniels stood frozen, replaying the moment in his mind. He had been taught the law, but tonight he had been taught humanity. And for Marcus, it was another reminder that his fight wasn't just overseas. It was right here at home, every single day. Sometimes the greatest battles are not fought on foreign soil, but on the streets we walk every day. Respect shouldn't be earned only through medals or uniforms. It should be given freely, because every human being carries a story worth honoring. And that night, under the cold glow of the streetlights, one man's dignity spoke louder than any weapon, badge, or insult ever could. Because true strength isn't in proving someone wrong. It's in standing tall, even when the world tries to push you down.